You son of a biscuit-eating bulldog.
What the French,
Did
Toast?
you think I wouldn't find out about your little doo-doo head cootie queen?
Who are you calling a cootie queen, you lint liquor? Lint liquor. Lint liquor.
What up, what up, what up, my fellow carpet munchers? It's your girl, Papi Chula.
And it's your girl, TQ, the QT, you feel me?
And you are now tuned into your new favorite podcast,
Cootie Queens.
Yes, yes, yes. And if this is your third time joining us,
What up?
I promise you, you are much appreciated. I thought, oh, you didn't have anything else to say.
I'm just saying, hey.
Well, what we're doing for you today is, before I get started, make sure you follow me on Instagram at eatmyreese's.
And you can follow me at tequila_SHOTTZ, Tequila Shots on all social media platforms. And if you want to follow me on Facebook, you can follow shots.with.tequila.
And make sure you guys follow the podcast. I finally decided to just have the podcast have its own Instagram, even though, I'm just, whatever. Follow us on, I'm not even going to explain myself. Just follow us at _Cootie Queens. And we got something special for you guys for this episode. God damn it. We're actually doing a live recording on camera.
Right.
So if you guys are tuned in to us on YouTube, what up?
What up, what up, what up?
And if you're listening to us on Anchor or Spotify, what up, though?
Groovy, baby.
Make sure you also go and subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Cootie Queens as well on YouTube. So how has your week been? How's everything?
Everything's cool. Everything's cool. I haven't been getting a lot of sleep.
Really?
I'll say that. It's only when the next day I have something to do.
Yeah.
Then I will wake up like 3 or 4 times after midnight. But if I have nothing to do the next day, I sleep. Like, we get no calls after 7. I'm like, really? And then you don't go to sleep because you don't have anything to do, so you don't go to sleep till like 12.
I know, we actually slept in really late today. I woke up at 1:30.
I looked at the clock, it was like 2.
And let me tell you, I was having the best sleep of my life, and then randomly this loud ass car woke me up out of nowhere, and I thought it was time for me to go. I thought it was time for me to get up and go pick you up. No, it was 3 in the fucking morning.
I mean,
I was tight.
You could have come.
What am I gonna do between the hours of 3 and 6:30 waiting for you? Let me know.
Sit in the parking lot.
Nah, sorry.
Really? Incredible.
You making a cameo here?
Right.
Nah, bro, I was not about to do all that, and so I was mad tight. And then not only that, when he peeled off, like, first of all, his muffler was mad loud, and then it sounded like he needed a replacement, and then it sounded like he was just, I don't know, it sounded like shit was hitting the ground, like it was about to fall apart. And he peeled out of here. The shit was loud as fuck. I was annoyed as hell. He set off a car alarm because that's how loud it was.
I just picture this muscle car with a muffler and then some stuff falling.
With a badass paint job, like a badass paint job. Yo, I was so mad. I was so tight. But, that's neither here nor there. I was able to get you, even though I woke up late.
Yeah, you did wake up late. I'm like, hello? You're like, hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Getting up, stretching now.
Like, I went back to sleep for like 15 more minutes.
I bet. I would have too, shit. But luckily no cars are on the road because it is Sunday. So, it's pretty good. But anyways, I actually had quite an eventful night.
Yes, you did have an eventful night. The funny thing is, I'm like right there, like rooting you on, like,
I know.
Let's get
I
it.
tweeted it, yo.
Really? What'd you say?
I had said, I'm like, I got this girl's number last night, and my wife was so proud. And I sent the screenshot of the
You put the screenshot
gift,
on it?
the screenshot of the gift. And
And I said, my nigga.
You was like, hey, my nigga. I'm like,
So Reese was out being a hoe last night.
Being a hoe.
She went to. Go ahead, tell them what you did.
Alright, so I went to Loca Luna out here in Atlanta. It's a Spanish restaurant.
Say the whole name. Say you went to this establishment.
Okay, we're gonna edit that part
Right.
out. I went to this establishment where like a few months ago, I met this girl. We actually met her together,
Right.
Which is funny because she was our waitress,
Right.
and I was like, you know, I just conversed with Tequila about it. I was like, DQ about it, and I was just like, yo, she's mad cute, and so she encouraged me to talk to her because usually when we encounter other women, it's coming through her, and it's not on purpose. It kind of just happens that way by chance. And so this was a moment where, you know, a woman was coming through me, which is even the purpose of this whole video, to even talk about polyamory, but we'll get into that a little bit later. But long story short, I didn't get her number that night. I don't know why.
I don't know why.
I don't know why I didn't.
She was like, you could see the attraction between them two. It was funny because the girl, when she came back to talk to us and like ask us if we were okay and like get anything, she was like lingering. Reese was just like, yeah, this food's
Don't
good.
just like,
Yeah, I need more water. The girl's like, okay, I'll get it for you.
just dumb. I don't know. Regardless, I did not get her number. So months go by, but she told me her schedule.
Right.
This is why I should have got her number.
That
So
was
she told me her
she
schedule.
was very
'cause
forthcoming with
she
a lot of,
was.
like letting you know, hey, like ask me for my number. Let's hang out.
Seriously, so she told me, she let me know the days that she was available and said, come back and see me. And I was like, all right, I will. Why the hell I didn't get this girl's number, I don't know. But time goes on. I actually did a pop-up, and someone at the door said that she wasn't even there. She was out of state. And I was like, oh, damn, okay. So then later on again, I ended up calling.
Yeah.
I called to see, because I'm like, you know, I'm not going to just drive up there. Like, I'm going to see if she even still works there. Because, you know, especially with a waitressing job, a lot of people quit. Like, there's usually a high volume, a high turnover rate. So, people usually quit. And so this time around, you know, I was fortunate enough to find out that she actually still works there. So I was like, all right, cool. And I didn't go because I was working. So then the following day, which was last night, I decide I'm going to go, right? And I get there.
All the while I'm telling her to go the day before, like, go home and
Right.
close. Second of all, people are more forthcoming to give out information to women. Remember, I guess,
Right.
You don't sound threatening, opposed to a guy
Exactly.
asking, is she at work? Like, what?
I literally called. I said her name, and I said, is she working tonight? Usually jobs aren't going to give out that kind of information, especially if it's a man calling about a woman, just because, especially with the climate that's happening with, you know, trafficking and just, you know, stalkers. People are crazy.
Right.
But for whatever reason, when a woman calls asking about a woman,
They're like, yeah, heck
it's
yeah.
like, oh yeah, no, she's here. Yeah, she's working tonight.
From 9:30 to
Right. I was about to say, oh yeah, she's here till 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, but they didn't give me all that. But you know, they did tell me that she was gonna be there. So I pop up. I get there. I go to the bar. Just give me a drink, and I'm just chilling. And I asked the bartender if she was there tonight. I mean, if she was there, if they seen her. And so while I'm standing at the bar, first of all, this restaurant is pretty large.
Yeah.
So there are 2 bars. So where I was standing, she happened to have been behind the curtain next to the bar that I was standing next to. I was like, look at that. And the funny thing is, I seen her, but I seen the back of her, and she changed her hair color. So I'm like,
Was it cute?
yes, it was very cute. But I'm just like, but I noticed her hair. I was like, oh, her hair is cute. And then I just kept pushing because I wasn't expecting to see that hair color. But then, you know, pointing her out, I was like, hey. She was like, hi. She didn't recognize me. But again, I was super done up that night.
It was extra joke.
I was
last night.
shut.
Hey, she's like, hey.
Anyways, I'm like, hey, do you remember me? And then she was like, no. I was like, you were my waitress some months ago, and before I could finish, she was like, oh, were you sitting outside? I was like, yeah. She was like, yeah, hey. And she was, I wanted to talk to you. Just give me a second. So she goes, close out her tabs, or she was waiting her tables. The club's getting busy. Sorry, not the club, but the place is getting busy. And you know, I was about to head out. So then I find her, and I was just like, hey, I'm about to leave. And I was in the works of saying I would love to have your number, but as I was saying that, she was like already like turning, like body language was turning towards me, ready to take my phone to put her number in my phone. She was like, yeah, and then she shut up.
You didn't say
You're
how she
so
was cheesing.
embarrassing.
You didn't say how she was cheesing when y'all.
Oh, I mean, cause I'm kind of cutting the story short a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe we'll see what happens. We'll see where this goes, but maybe that'll be another story for another day. But so, anyways, I get her number and I tell her that I'm keeping her updated the whole night, actually. So then I told CQ that I got her number. I sent the screenshot of her number and I was like, Kobe. She was like, and she sent me a gift like, hey.
I sent Denzel like, hey, my nigga. Y'all be like, my man. What were you saying? Like, my nigga.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so that was my night, and that was cool. That was exciting.
I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
That sounded like it was.
Yeah.
It was a thrill, kind of, like.
Yeah.
Nervous and like.
Because the worst
know?
that can happen is if she says no.
Right.
But I'm like, first of all, I believe in the power of the universe and everything that comes to you, everything is a message. And there's no way that I'm thinking about this girl. It's been
months.
Since September was the last time.
Really?
I looked it up. I seen it because I had I looked at the messages between.
I mean, and we could say universe was aligned because. Again, nobody should be giving out that kind of information to anybody.
Right.
And then you found out that she was there, you went and she remembered you after, talking to her.
Yeah.
So,
and it was like a very specific remembrance too. It wasn't just like, yeah. Just like, oh no, you were sitting outside. And like she pointed
specific,
where we were sitting. So yeah. But yeah, so we'll see what happens, and I guess you guys will be updated later on that situation.
Right.
But that brings us to our subject for the day, which is polyamory.
Goddamn.
More specifically, what happened to the other girl.
So yeah, what we're going to talk about today is really polyamory and us, if you will, and other dynamics of polyamory and polyamorous relationships, but specifically us, because you guys have been inquiring. It's been over a year and we're still getting questions about the other girl. So
I feel like for our third episode, it's only right that we address
talk about the third.
All right, let's go ahead and dive in. All right. So really, before we get into like the specifics of our relationship, let's go ahead and just kind of give the people more of
like a general
idea of what it is to be poly, and we can talk about the different dynamics of all that, because a lot of people still don't understand. I actually seen a post the other day that someone wrote, but it was a post that they put up on Facebook, and it was just like, when I tell somebody I'm poly, they automatically ask me about sex. And they say it was something else, but it was very
threesomes.
Yeah, and that's far from what it is to be poly. It has absolutely nothing to do with sex at all. Sex is just like an extra bonus. It's like a little razzle dazzle.
Just a quick side note. Even with our relationship, I never considered it threesomes. I just considered it we were just making love to each other, and it was three people.
Technically it is a threesome, but it's
not.
I'm telling you, it wasn't for like sexual pleasure.
Right, but I'm telling you what my thought process was behind it, period.
Yeah. All right, so, what it means to be poly is the obvious, having more than one significant other.
Right.
There are different dynamics to the poly relationship. For us, we specifically do a triad, which means it's us two plus another individual. That's three people, and we have a closed relationship.
So we're all in one relationship together.
Right. And we can break that down and go into how, as far as how it works, and say, we have our own relationship. TQ and our other person has their own relationship. And then this other person and myself have our own relationship, and then as a collective, we have one relationship. And so that was the form of polyamory that we explored. And
so the other different types of polyamory, there can be a quad, which is 4 people. Either 4 people can all be in a relationship with each other, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Let me show a diagram here. 1 2 in a relationship, then these two in a relationship, these two in a relationship, these two in a relationship. But none of them are all in a relationship together. That's part of a quad. Or all of them are in a relationship with all four of each other. That's a part of the quad. Then there's like unicorn. Then there's also where Papi Chula and TQ can be in a relationship together. And TQ dates somebody else, Papi Chula dates somebody else, and none of us talk to each other.
The four of us aren't dating each other
she
together.
And I are talking.
Yeah. And there's it goes beyond that as well. But again, no matter what form of polyamory you like to explore, and this could be between men and women.
Right. Not just women and women, not just men and women, not just men and men. Literally everyone. Because even just thinking about this from the couple in our first episode, which is this example that I'm using, you could be poly and I don't have to be poly, and you have other relationships that you're with, but I only have a relationship with you. Right.
And then Mo's first poly experience, period, was with a female and a male. Yeah. So, you know, everybody's different, and it's up to whoever you are dating, which we call our tribe. And it's up to you guys to discuss that and be 100% open and honest and have strong communication. Because communication goes a long way. Your relationship cannot work without it, no matter what kind of relationship that you are in. And so, moving on from that, when I had mentioned the post where someone said, every time I say I'm poly, they automatically think about sex. Expectations versus reality. Your sex life is not going to increase significantly because you have an additional person, unless you are literally sexually the intent behind it is sexual. Right.
So yeah, because it's not a poly relationship, it's just a threesome at that point, or a foursome, or a orgy, or an orgy.
Right, but that's if you're not establishing a relationship, or
you're just having sex.
If you are establishing a relationship and you just have a high sex drive,
then hopefully you'll still be sexual.
And then, you know, hopefully you respect the fact that you're actually in a relationship with these people. Right. So don't expect that having someone is filling a void.
Right, because that's not always what it's. Some people do that because they have just some kind of trauma or something that they haven't healed within themselves, and they think, oh, let me add this other person and that's going to make it better, or let me go out and do other things with other people that's going to make it better. And that also leads to cheating instead of being polyamorous. It's just like, well, I'm not getting it here, so I'll be fulfilled elsewhere.
Right. Right, because people really do look at the lack of things, and it's like, no, I'm filled. Like, if it's just she and I for the rest of our lives, trust and believe I'm not missing out on anything. Right. I personally just like the idea of not being able to restrict who I'm attracted to, and wanting to explore dating other people just because why not? There's no real there's no definitive answer.
But when you said lacking, people do think that, okay, we're lacking or something, that, oh, y'all must not be finding it within one another. Most of the people that we have talked to have been very supportive, and
very much so, yeah.
They are amazed and they're inquisitive and they want to know what's going on, or they live vicariously through us. Right. But I know there are people out there like, oh, they must be lacking something in their relationship.
Yeah, and those are usually people who don't know us. It's
or they're bitter, or they're lacking something in their relationship, so they project that on seeing other people happy and doing something differently or against the normal views of society, so they automatically assume that, and it's like,
and that's wild, because it's just like, worry about yourself.
Exactly.
Worry about what you have going on, because at the end of the day, our relationship does not reflect what you're doing in your life. Our relationship has absolutely nothing to do with you.
Right, you're bad.
So move along, okay?
Move around.
What do you think are some pros and cons to being in a poly relationship?
Pros of a poly relationship is just if that person is vibrating on your frequency and you know you guys are on the same level as far as mentally and maturity, it's great to have another dynamic as far as that another person in the conversations that you have, because we have great conversations. So
yeah, we do.
when there's a third person involved that actually can keep up and be there with that mental stimulation, that's
mental stimulation is
attractive.
That's very important, because we should all be able to learn from one another.
Right. Another pro is, if I don't want to talk to you today, that happens. But if you don't feel like talking to your significant other, you be like, you know what, there it is, right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Another one I think of is like disagreements, if you will, or debates. There's a third party to be like,
or let's be real, arguments.
Yeah, arguments. I don't want to call them arguments.
Call it what it is. Arguments. We get into arguments.
There's a third person to be like, no, babe, you were wrong. As opposed to two people like, no, this is me. No, this is me. No, this. Then the third person's like,
the mediator.
Yeah, in that situation, you did kind of do that, you know?
Yeah, it's great to have a mediator, and it's like your own personal counselor. Because I like to handle negative situations in-house, because the more you invite other people into your relationship, the more you start to break that foundation, and then it's unhealthy. Blurred. Yeah, the lines get blurred. It's super unhealthy, and then now your relationship is falling apart because you don't know how to work on it from within.
Right.
And I would say another pro is going back to when you said the mental stimulation. Another pro to that would be like, everybody is different, and with the differences in our lives and how we can come together, is like we all have something to bring to the table. You know, not one person is outshining the other, because we all are within our own lanes, and 9 times out of 10, if that person is vibrating on the same frequency as us, their lane ultimately meets up with us. It's like it's like I-75, I-85, and 400 coming together, and we're all going north. Like,
I mean, that's an Atlanta reference in case but okay, yeah, I definitely feel it. And if it is, if you are feeling some type of way about that, you need to look at yourself. If you're feeling like you got to be jealous of your significant others, you feel me? Which
is a con.
That is definitely a con.
If you are not secure within yourself, you are not going to be secure in this relationship. And I'm not saying us specifically, but in general.
You're not going to be secure within any relationship. Truthfully, but especially this one, because now you got 2 bad BITCHs.
Hello.
You feel me?
And
now I'm talking about us. But another con is it's expensive.
Oh God,
it's expensive because now you got. And then okay, so just to talk about our relationship, so we don't celebrate holidays. We don't care about holidays. It's like,
when we say our, just us two,
right?
Just
so
us
we
two.
Don't care about holidays. It's another day to us. If we want to get a gift, we get the gift just because it's Wednesday, just because it's Tuesday, not because it's Christmas or Valentine's Day.
Right.
Just because, babe, I see you looking at those shoes. Let me go ahead and scoop them. Surprise! Got you those shoes you were looking at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or babe, I want this bag. Or babe, give me that jacket. Okay, let me get it.
That orange puff coat that I've been trying to find forever.
Oh my gosh.
That I just can't seem to find.
I need it in my life. I need it in my life.
But yeah, carry on.
So we don't celebrate holidays like that. But in our last relationship, the other person did. They were all about Christmas. They were all about Thanksgiving and being around family and doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we were open to
embracing
doing that, for that person.
Right.
So that's why I say that's when it becomes expensive, because now I gotta get you a Christmas gift, and I gotta get her a Christmas gift, and now she gotta get me one. She gotta get you one. It's
not to mention the anniversary was a month ago. Then not to mention
birthdays.
My
trips,
birthday is
holidays,
also the same month as Christmas. Yeah. It's a lot. And I actually had a conversation with one of our friends, April, and she had made a post talking about she wants a girlfriend, a femme, and a stud, and it was so funny.
But she don't want them, like, she only want them to be in a relationship with her.
Right? And then she digressed because she was like, I don't know. I'm like, that, and I responded, I'm like, that shit is expensive. I'm like, don't date anybody you can't afford.
I responded to that too. That's funny.
And we had a good laugh about it. It was it was hilarious. Because I'm like, yo, the shit can be a headache and it could be expensive.
Yeah.
If you ain't got the money, you should only date as much as you can afford.
Facts. Period.
Period.
That's monogamous. That's poly. That's
right.
trigger down my life.
Do not add.
What else y'all calling it?
Please do not add more than you can handle.
And niggas expensive. Niggas got expensive taste.
Yeah.
When I say niggas, I'm talking about niggas. Niggas.
The audacity.
Look, my thumb pointing back at me.
It better. You got four fingers pointing back at you.
We are niggas. We are expensive.
You're more expensive.
We don't, you know, I mean, we live life. We live a humble life, but we like expensive things.
We do. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
We have really high class taste.
Yeah, it's just what it is.
So is it for you? Thinking about everything that we had just said, you really have to consider, is this something for you? Because a lot of people take this as a joke.
Wait, before you go into the next point, what's another con? Do you have another one?
No, let's move it on.
Okay, well, I would say another con is, just like I said, that person could be a mediator.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the one person can feel like they're being ganged up on because it's two people against one, or two people have the same perspective or idea, and like, no, babe, you're wrong. And I was like, oh, you two don't like me, and you're just telling me.
Wow, you're making it sound so nice. It's way... You make it sound like it's so cute and innocent, and it's far from it.
It's like F-U-B-I-T. Whoa. Nah, it ain't that severe. But a person can feel some type of way if they feel like they're being backed into a corner and two people are against them.
I know I did. Y'all had me fucked
and
up.
you learn a lot about your You learn a lot about yourself.
You really do.
You learn a lot about yourself.
You really do. But that's only if you're willing to take that information in and adjust yourself accordingly. Because it's not, you're not compromising yourself for anybody. You are literally growing within yourself. Because do you want to be this person that makes your significant other feel X, Y, and Z?
Right.
Yes or no? And if the answer is no, okay, what are you going to do to change those behaviors that cause your significant other or others to feel X, Y, and Z? Okay, now it's time for you to apply those changes and then move forward in your relationship.
And with that also, it's like, okay, one person is telling me that I do this. Okay, I listen to them. Maybe I see it. But two people are telling me that I do this. That's when you feel like you're back into the corner. But it's also like, okay, another person is telling me that I do this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I need to change this behavior because it's obviously not what I thought it was. So just to piggyback off what you said.
Yeah, and that level of resistance oftentimes comes from ego. And our ego tends to get the best of us. It stops us from doing a lot of things that require change. Because we feel like we're already at our greatest, which is
not true.
A lie, right? We're never. Every day is a new day to be your greatest. You can always be better than yesterday, and you know, at any point that someone who loves you is telling you, or making a suggestion towards your growth, you can take that in, analyze it for yourself, and decide if that's a piece of you that you want to go ahead and enhance. Yeah. So now that we got that out the way, let's go ahead and get specific to us.
All right, let's go ahead.
I think we should start
interview ourselves. Exactly.
Questions.
So the number one question is, are we single? Yes. Yes, we are single. And
single
ready
as a
to
dollar
mingle.
bill.
Single and mingling, actually.
We are single as a Thai baht. We are single as a Chinese yen.
Hey.
We are single as a euro. We are
single as a
US
franc.
dollar.
Single as a
all of that. Yes, we
pesos.
We are single. It's
as
been as a peso. Yes, for sure.
That's everywhere we've been. You can't see it on the map back there, but we scratched it off.
You know. But yeah, so yes, we are single, and we're not looking per se. It's just we're literally living our lives.
Exactly.
And, we're not closed off to meeting anybody. We're not closed off to talking with anybody. Just like I told you guys at the beginning of this video, I finally got this woman's number. So yeah, we've never been closed off, and we've had a few women come and go, and that sounds horrible, but I mean,
not come as an actual relationship, but like talking stages.
Yeah,
we've talked to a few women. We've been single for a year and a month now. So 13 months single. We were in a relationship for 14 months. So
we'll get to that.
I've heard that it takes you about the time. What does it take you about the time that you were in a relationship to heal from a relationship, allegedly? So
yeah, I've heard that too. Something like that. Yeah.
We weren't the ones that needed to be healing. I'll just say that. But
I mean, it did hit us.
When you heal, as in heal from, oh my gosh, the abruptness of a breakup that was a healthy relationship. I'm not talking about the fact that we were like toxic, to throw that out there, since that's a word everyone's using. Yeah. That we needed to heal and find ourselves. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying legit. Incredible's playing one hand right now.
Puppy.
I'm saying, like, in general, like, we weren't the ones that need to be healing, finding ourselves, and trying to better ourselves.
Yeah, because we were already at a great mental state within ourselves.
Because that was the point of me bringing up the thing that I heard, that it takes about the amount of time that you were in a relationship to heal from a relationship, when you are the one that needs to be healing and finding yourself and decompressing from all the toxicity that was involved. You feel me?
So she says all that to say, we're single.
Yes, we are very single. But I said all that to also say that we've been talking to other people. So it wasn't like we were trying to jump into a relationship as soon as we got out of a relationship.
Yeah, no, not at all.
We were just talking to other people and, gaining their, observing. We're very observant people. So, people like to talk a good game.
They made it very clear that they were interested. And, if we felt a bit of an attraction to them, whether we were looking for it or just came, we were open to exploring it and to see where it went. And, going through the talking stage, we ended up stop talking just because people didn't meet our standards and our expectations.
Standards is a better word, because there was no expectations for them, because we didn't really know. But the standards that they claimed that they were here, and then we saw, it was like,
and they were all very different people. It wasn't like no two people were the same. Different ages.
Don't introduce me to a vibe you can't maintain.
I was just about to say that.
You sent your representative, and then we figured out who you were.
Right. So yeah, I mean, what else? What else did people want to know?
So that we told them that we're single. We are open to dating other people, obviously. It's not a one and done thing. A lot of people thought or think that, once you do one poly relationship, you're done. It's not. For us, it's not a trend. It's not a phase. It's It's who we are.
It's who we are.
So it's not like, we tried it. Okay, we're done.
And understand, like, we live. Even though we have there's a certain part of us that lives a public lifestyle, we are actually very private people. Yeah. So a common misconception was our first girlfriend was our first experience. It was like, no, she was actually, she was like second in. Yeah, I think she was, she was probably second in. But so there was somebody before her who... It got us to the point of even having a conversation about being poly. Yeah. So that's actually one of the questions. How did we introduce ourselves to the poly lifestyle? Do you wanna tell that story?
Well, we were. It's not a. it's a story, but I'm not gonna.
You don't have to get the details. Yeah.
So we were talking to a chick, and actually we were flirting with this girl on Instagram. She would flirt with me, I would flirt back with her, and then I was like showing Reese her posts, not even looking at her pictures or how she looked. It didn't even matter, because we were just on the same wavelength. So me and her just chat all the time. Then I would show Reese like the memes and like the things that she would post, and be like, "Dang, this girl's like smart, intellectual kind of thing." Funny. And then funny too.
That was what really
really funny. Like on some, I don't know, y'all. If y'all follow me, y'all know the stuff that I be posting, like that kind of funny or
same here. Like if you follow me, we post dumb ass shit. Right. So like the humor was there.
Yeah. So we were like, oh, it's not. Then Rich was like, let's see what she looks like. I'm like, you know what? I never looked at her either.
Yeah. So
I went to go look, and we was like, oh, she's
fine.
A bit bad as fuck, goddamn. Fun as fuck. Trying to get we would continue to talk, and then one day I would like, Reese was like, you need to make her our girlfriend. So I hit her with like, you're our girlfriend. And she's like laughing, flirting back. So that opened up the conversation to be like, we're just playing, but do you think that we could be in another relationship with someone else?
And ultimately the answer was, well, as long as the person is on the same mental vibes as us, I don't see why not.
Right.
And so then that's how we introduced ourselves to it. Was nobody inspired it. Nobody, we didn't see, honestly, at that point in life and in the world, it wasn't even really public.
A popular thing.
Yeah, like a lot of people weren't talking about being
nowadays everybody's like,
and it might have been wasted. It might have been around the time or after the time that D. Davis became public with him having two girlfriends.
No.
Was it after?
It was before that. It was even before that because we were in a relationship when he went
public. Okay. So it like. So for us, there weren't any outside influences. Nobody, we literally did not see it. We just had this conversation. But even prior to that, TQ and I have always been very open about other people and how they look physically. We never got as deep as could we date them, but it was more so like, oh, she's fine as fuck. He's cute as fuck. That's my baby daddy.
Right.
Oh, that's my girlfriend. We would say that's my girlfriend, but it was literally joking. We don't even know the person. Like, oh, look at my girlfriend. Oh, look at your girlfriend, or whatever the case.
Like, it's your girlfriend.
Yeah. So, we always joked around like that, and then things didn't work out with the first girl. Our girlfriend came in while like the first girl was kind of ending, and then we really started to kick things off with the second girl, which became our girlfriend ultimately. Right. And so you guys pretty much know about that. If you've seen our video about polyamory, we talked a lot about that and a lot about our relationship a bit. So it ended. If
you have not seen the video, it's still on YouTube. All you gotta do is look up tequila_shots or WifeGoals Poly.
We'll put the link in the video so you guys can watch it.
Just because it was really informative. There are no hard feelings, so I left the video up because it was a really good video. Yeah. A lot of people commented on it and actually loved the dynamic. They loved the information that we were giving. Like people really enjoyed what we had to say about it, and it was much appreciated. So of course we just figured we might as well leave it up for anybody to find it. Right. So yeah, that ended, and Why did it end?
That ended a year ago in January because our ex. Wow. Our ex felt like
she must be talking about him choking.
Gotta be. She couldn't handle it anymore.
Facts.
To put it in simpler terms, she bit off more than she can chew. These are my words based off
herself as a vibe. She couldn't maintain it. Let's be
and yeah, it just became too much. And I personally, these are my personal feelings and my opinion. These are not a reflection of her or anything that she has said. But I personally feel like she didn't want to fight anymore because she was afraid that it could actually work.
Be the best relationship she's ever been in her life, because all of the relationships before were not up to par, toxic. That's all I'm gonna say, because I was gonna say
it's her relationship,
but yeah, it's hers. That's why I was like, I don't even want to say it, because I'm not gonna put someone else's business out there like that. But the relationships before were not as healthy as the one that she was in with us.
Yeah, and so there was nothing. There was literally at the point that we were in our relationship, we were solid. Right. We were A1, and where we thought, when I say we, TQ and I, where we thought everything was going great, she hits us with a boulder. Like, it came straight out of nowhere, and she broke up with us via text.
Via text, it's like, I was about to say when you said the boulder thing, it's like, you ever walk into a glass door that it was so clean, you just knew you was just walking into the store, and then you, well, what the fuck?
You hit the glass, like, whoa, that was
like the Crows. The Crows commercial with Windex?
Yes. Yeah.
Exactly.
Facts. Like that. That's exactly how it was. It came out of complete left field, and we're like, what? And
who said it?
They were. I actually spoke with her during the breakup because she had to come and retrieve her stuff because she was living with us before moving.
Her stuff that she didn't want to get.
Stop doing that.
It's just funny every time.
We're not putting
so
those
funny.
details out.
Okay, it's just funny every time though.
But she had to come get her stuff, and of course we were gonna have a conversation, and within the conversation it was a lot of bullshit excuses. I mean, bringing up stuff that we argued about at the beginning of our relationship that we thought we all worked on and moved past, and but later on what we discovered was it was actually none of that. It was really her. Like she had a lot of things that she was dealing with within herself that she needed to fix, and there was nothing that we could do about it.
Let me just say, I was not here for this conversation.
She was not.
I was at work for 24 hours.
Yeah.
So this individual broke up with us via text.
While we were both at work.
Yeah, while we were both at work, and then couldn't even wait to have a conversation with all of us together. Yeah.
So, it was wild. Like, it was hard, and I'm not gonna lie. It was I took it extremely hard.
Yeah, because it came out of nowhere, and it was
like. But not only that.
But I'm saying it was a healthy relationship, so it came out of nowhere, and then it's like you just want to end a perfectly beautiful thing that we have.
And everybody could see it that we were so great together. Like we just worked, and I mean, I feel like I took it the hardest emotionally because of the type of connection that she and I had, technically have based off what it is. But I mean, it just is what it is. I just had to move on from it.
I don't like saying that, but I guess that's the perfect saying for this. What? It is what it is.
It is what it is. Like there's nothing
is
to do
what
about
it is. Like that's what it is.
And do you think that given the information and given the time that has passed, do you think that we could have done anything differently about it?
I wouldn't do anything differently. Like I said, I stand in this exact same place I was when this happened and right now. If we laid out all the facts right now before the jury, who are the carpet munchers that are listening, they would be like, WTF.
WTF. Like, literally.
There's nothing you can do differently. If someone does not want to be in a relationship or where you think they should be or where they should be blossoming, they won't be in it, and those are self-sabotagers at the end of the day. People like that, if it's too good to be true, instead of embracing it and going with it, they sabotage themselves and whomever else is involved. The saying, it's too good to be true, like I just said. I don't believe in that. I believe there's nothing that's too good to be true for you because you deserve. You know what I mean? You deserve everything exactly. You deserve everything and more. And some people are mentally just unstable and they don't understand that it's okay to be happy and it's okay to have those things and it's okay to get a fairy tale ending or a happy ending. Yeah. No matter how it looks. I just speaking to you saying, what did you just say? About being
too good to be true. Yeah, it's only too good to be true when people don't understand what a good thing is, and that usually comes. Yeah, and that usually comes from them not receiving great things, always receiving negative and getting used to negativity in their lives and thinking that negativity is what it is that they need to thrive. Right. Or, that's the idea of what it means to have a great relationship, any form of relationships, whether it's a friendship, partnership, business, this whole related.
You just made me have a thought. When people I see stuff and people like they think it's, I guess, nothing, no offense to them in the way that they grew up, because if that's all they saw, then that's what they think is healthy. Being abused mentally, physically, or just bad stuff happening. Emotionally. Emotionally. They think, okay, that's how it's supposed to happen. If you don't have those in your relationship, you guys aren't working towards that. But no, that's not okay. There are relationships that you can communicate in a healthy way,
right,
and blossom and grow.
Now, when you think about the psychology of an individual like that, you have to remember that when receiving good things, they often get bored because their level of excitement doesn't come with all laughs and all hugs
it
and
comes
all
with
kisses.
the negativity.
It comes with all the negativity, and so when a good thing does come around, they tend to get bored and they're like, all right,
they want the arguments, they want the fights.
I'm gonna head out.
Slap me upside my head, please.
Right.
I mean, if you want that, we can do that.
Right.
In a healthy manner.
But that's not us. Like we're
that's what I said, a healthy manner can be done.
For sure.
You
Choking can be a good thing.
You want to be choked? All right. You want to be.
That can be a great thing. But outside of the bedroom,
I'm not just going to punch you in the face. I'm not going to grab you by your throat in the middle. You seen that video of Javante? Whatever his name is? Grab his baby's mom?
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know who it was, but yeah. Not in the
like,
public.
What?
No.
I'm
not even going to do that in private.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why am I doing that?
Yeah.
Like, that's not healthy.
And, it is what it is. I hope anybody out there who's dealing with any mental, physical, or emotional abuse, please seek help. It's not healthy. Talk to somebody about it because the state that you're in could be extremely dangerous to your life later on.
Right.
You could end up self-sabotaging a really good thing. And let's clear something up. We are not specifically talking about our ex in this matter. We're just speaking in general how people can mess up a good thing, but messing up a good thing comes with past traumas.
Right.
That have been left unhealed.
Right.
So if you are dealing with anything, please make sure you seek help because, the good thing could be the best thing in your life. And you could really miss out on a great thing. You know?
And the great thing, not just like, oh yeah, you have a great relationship to look forward to, but a great thing within yourself because once you are away from your abuser and thriving, life is much better. So it's not just to not ruin your new relationship. It's just to not ruin who you are as a person and your being and your soul inside to be a better person in general.
Absolutely.
And also with that, the quote comes, the hardest relationship is the one after the toxic one.
That's real. That's a word. I don't even know if we should continue after that.
That's all right.
Oh my gosh. Well, moving on from that, oftentimes people want to know, where is she? She ain't here.
Not here, not there, not under the chair, not over there, not anywhere.
She doing her own thing.
Dr. Seuss.
Right. She doing her own thing. We wish her the best of luck. We hope that, she gets everything that she deserves and,
I hope you have the day that you deserve. That's the funniest thing to me. I hope you have the day that you deserve.
That is hilarious. So of course we are still poly.
Facts.
Another great question that people ask us is, what if you guys don't like the same woman? And that is extremely valid because we are two different people.
Exactly.
Our souls just connect in a way like no other.
It's like, you seen her? Because I just seen her too like 20 minutes ago.
9 times out of 10, we have the same attraction to these women, or we're attracted to the same people, but the level of attraction ends up changing based off of who they are and how they interact with us.
And I'll say we are two different people, so yes, we are attracted to different people, but it's like when we see someone that we think is a potential for us in our relationship, it's more than physical, so we've actually connected with them in a way that's like, okay, I like your aura right now.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, did you see that? Yeah, I seen it. And then it ends up being the same person 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
Like, not even trying to, literally, I will see someone and then Reese will see the same person, or Reese will see someone and I'll see the same person. Like, so did you check out red tank top and blah, blah, blah. Like,
that happened
all the time. We were like,
oh my gosh, that real life.
I already
I'm already on it. Oh,
right.
okay. Well then,
Spidey senses tingling.
yes, we really do that. That's so
that's
funny.
This is the first time we talked about it, but
Right.
it really does happen. Because I'm just thinking about different scenarios.
You're thinking about that pride party.
Yeah.
Black pride party. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Wait.
Okay, come on, ready? We're gonna do this telecommunicating situation. Black pride party. As a matter of fact, that night right there.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
that one, and then even at our parties with the dancer, it's like
God, that girl right. Ugh.
fun and full without it on.
Yes, even with her, but yeah, so that happens a lot.
But even with the girl that approached you at the thing,
the restaurant.
No, not the restaurant. At the other party, the girl that approached you, but it was
God,
because even you were like, yeah, like you said who it was before I told you. It was like,
right. Because okay, so a little backstory to what she's talking about. I don't know if you guys see my story, but on my Instagram, I told a story about this girl who approached me and said directly, first words that ever came out her mouth to me is, "I want to eat your pussy." So I tell a story about that. It's quite hilarious. You should go check it out. However, prior to that event, this girl was conversing with tequila, and I just peeped it, and we just moved on from it. We had no conversation about this all the time. I mean, you know, the entire night.
Right.
And so when we did come together to talk about it, for me to share my experience or for her to share her experience, we already knew who we were talking about. Like, we knew it was the same person without saying it was the same person.
Yeah, every time.
So that's quite funny. But if we just so happen to see somebody that we're not attracted to, or the other person isn't attracted to, I don't know. I don't think we've ever even gotten to that point. Really,
it's never, because even if I didn't see the person or you didn't see the person, once we point them out, it's like, oh, shorty, etc. And then you're like, oh yeah, or then I said like,
yeah. I think the only difference in our taste is the fact that I like studs.
Let's be clear, she doesn't like studs. She likes dark-skinned niggas with locks, and I am none of those.
I like dark-skinned femmes.
Dark-skinned heterosexual niggas with locks.
Whatever.
Thugs.
Anyways,
Gangbangers.
I love studs.
Cali Cartel. Pablo Escobar.
You're
workers.
so extra. You're so extra. Anyways.
Yeah.
And
I'll date studs too. What are you talking about?
who?
No,
I didn't think so.
I dated a STEM before, but not.
Yeah, exactly. That's as far as you go.
Yeah, I mean, I just haven't been attracted to.
You're just not attracted to them.
Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, you can say they're cute.
Yeah, but I just haven't been like, yeah, that's what I want to.
Yeah, she's just not attracted to studs.
Yeah.
So that's probably the only point in which we would not be attracted to anybody. But because of who we are and the level of respect that I have for our relationship, I wouldn't even entertain a stud. Because she's not attracted, so what's the point? I'm wasting my time.
So like, you do you.
And literally
By
not
yourself.
do her. So, and so that leads us to talking about an open marriage or dating, having a poly style of you having your own person and me having my own person.
So before I was like, I don't really know. I feel like I do like our closed off relationship that we have with one person. It's just a great feeling, because especially when they're on the same level that we're on.
Mm-hmm.
But being as the situation that happened yesterday, I told Reese, I'm like, you know what? I don't know. I think I would be open to her dating someone else.
Yeah.
If I approve of them, let's be clear.
Right. I mean, of course, you would have to.
Yeah.
You would have to like them because it's going to have to work. Like
exactly.
I wouldn't have. I shouldn't be able. I mean, I shouldn't have to keep person A from person B because A and B aren't liking each other. Like, that's stupid.
Right.
That's gonna be way too much stress on my life, and
right.
my life is
and you don't
great
need those
right
problems right now with me, especially. You feel me?
I'll beat your ass.
Okay.
Listen,
Okay.
let's not go back.
Let's
to,
cut the cameras and cut the mic
cut
right now.
all this
Run
shit.
up. Run up. Right now.
Yeah, I'll air all this shit out.
But no, I'm just saying if I approve of the person, the individual, because I think that comes with us being like our best friends as well. Because like,
Right, because last night was a very best friend
my
situation.
Yeah, because I was cheering for
Puppy,
you. I was like,
what are you doing back there?
Get the number. Get the like. If you would have left without getting her number, I would have punched you in your face.
No, for real, I would have punched
Straight
myself
up.
in the face. Cause,
Straight up.
Anyways,
But yeah.
I think I feel the same way. Like I can definitely agree with that. Like if you were to be interested in somebody and I'm not, and it's like I'm not gonna force myself to like this person, but I can see that you really like this person. Like I feel like you almost had a situation where had you proceeded, I'm happy you know exactly what I'm talking about. I feel like had that gone any further, it would have just been a you and her situation, and we would have just been friends. Because I feel like that's kind of the vibe that I was getting. But I mean, who knows? It might have developed later.
I'd say eventually, yeah, because that person was very much attracted to you and is probably attracted to you. But we just had a different connection.
Yeah, y'all's was a bit stronger, and I was more reserved anyway. I was just more chilling because I'm like, we'll see what happens.
The funny thing is, half the time these chicks be you know, on me like they want me, you feel me? But they really just be wanting to get to Reese. I mean, Papi Chula. They be trying to befriend me and go out with me so they can be like,
all up in her DMs like,
what's Papi Chula? No, niggas do be in my DMs. I'm like, nigga, eat my Reese's. Eat my Reese's. That's where you can find her. Get out my inbox.
That is
Drooling
hilarious.
over my wife.
They really do. That is so funny. That is hilarious. Wow. I don't know. Maybe because they think I'm unapproachable.
So they ask me, and then they
for
know
real.
I'm gonna relay the message.
Yeah.
Because we talk about everything.
That's what you get for being so friendly.
Darn this charm.
Alright, well,
But
I mean, I don't think there's anything else that we need to discuss.
But you would
unless
only
have
approve.
something.
You would only approve of me dating like stems and studs, huh? Just people that look.
No, because she was a femme.
like me.
So.
I'm just being funny.
Oh right, but
Just
you
because I
know you
was
don't
talking
date.
about films.
Right, right. Because it can't be a stud.
So I gotta
It
date
can't be a
studs, and you
femme.
gotta date.
It gotta
femmes.
be femmes.
We cannot date people that are remotely close to what we look like. It's gotta be what the other
the
person
opposite
looks like.
spectrum.
Yeah, right.
I cannot. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to inform the people on? I feel like we covered pretty large ground.
I feel like we covered all. Let's see. They want to know if we're single. They want to know if we're still poly. People wanted to know. Let me think. But I'm gonna leave this a word right now. If you can't accept the fact that I love my wife with all my heart, the same way that I will love you, then you don't need to be here, and we are not for you.
That's real.
That's real, because some people think.
Yes, let's talk about that.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish your.
I'm just saying, some people think like they want to base what we have and compare it to what we have with the new person coming in, but it's like, you're a new person, yes, but we're all new together. This is a new relationship for all of us. We've never dated you before. You've never dated us before. So it's all new. So you can't be comparing the fact that we've been together 8 years and
with the
we've
very
been
few
with you
months
for
that
2
we've
months.
been dealing with
you know what I mean? But as long as we're neutral and treating everything the same and not treating you any way, then there's no reason that you should be bringing that up. And I say, if we are treating you a certain way, or you feel like that you're being treated a certain way in comparison to us throwing our longevity in your face, then that's a separate conversation we need to have, but not for you to be comparing it and feeling some type of way. Because at the end of the day, you and whomever the other person is, speaking of you, Papi Chula, and me looking at it, I would be happy and proud, like, look at them, they're so cute. Like, the love that you guys share, I would love you even more for that, because you are sharing that love, and you are two people that I love.
Yeah.
And the same way should be from you, and the same way should be from that person. Not any of us looking like I'm jealous of the love that they have. Like, what?
And I want that. It's like
you're getting it. What the heck?
You're so you pretty much covered a lot of great points with that. I don't think I really have to speak on anything. You know, just The only thing that I would say is understand that the amount of time that you are a part of this relationship does not equate to your value to our relationship. Those are completely different. We value you just the same as we value each other, and we will treat the relationship with the utmost respect and give you everything that you deserve, coming from who we are and how we like to provide for our significant others. And understand that you're learning. You have to learn.
Right.
You have to learn me as an individual. You have to learn TQ as an individual, because we are very different people. Even though we get along so well and work really well together, we are not the same. We think differently. We have very different opinions on a lot of things, and we make it work. And what we have is extremely organic, but we still had to work towards it. We still had to work towards getting to the point that we are. And there's still a lot of things that we do need to work on, but that just comes with time. And we're willing to work on those things. That's the big part. You have to be willing to work on your issues, because just like any relationship that you have, you're going to have issues, and you're going to have triggers from old relationships that come into this new space, and we have to learn each other all over again. We're dating again.
Right, exactly. And I will say this, 3 points here. We're dating all over again, and Papi Chula and I are not opposed to compromising to make our third person feel comfortable. Like
compromising what our traditional routine that we did in our monogamous relationship.
Exactly. Like we were calling each other girlfriends to the point to not make our third person feel some type of way, because people automatically try to be funny and be like, oh, it's a third wheel, or it's a whatever.
That's your sex toy.
Yeah, like, nigga, first of all, F you and the clique you claim.
Right.
Second of all, you're single, right? I wonder why you haven't had a healthy relationship in however long. And in the point, we sometimes we didn't wear our wedding rings.
Oh yeah,
just to make her feel comfortable, and because people will automatically try to get involved in our relationship, like not get involved as in do anything, but just automatically asking questions like, oh wait, you two are married and this is your girlfriend? No, we are all in a relationship together.
Right.
We are all dating. Like,
right. We never separated the dynamic of the relationship. We've never, you know, if you knew us, you knew us, and if you didn't, this is my girlfriend TQ, this is my girlfriend XYZ.
Exactly.
And move on. The question is, oh, you have two, and honestly, it depends on who's telling the story, and whose friend is receiving the information that they feel is look at you got two
girls.
Like,
same story, different person.
Every single time.
My other point is, just like we were talking about our longevity. We've been together 8 years, or we'll be together 8 years in April. So, because I know someone wants to know how long we've been together. That's just like meeting someone day one and y'all have an instant connection, opposed to being with somebody 10 years. Like there's no comparison in time. Time is just an illusion, period. You know what I mean? Y'all been together 10 years, haven't progressed, haven't done this or the things that you feel like you should have done with someone in 10 years, but you meet someone day one, y'all
headed
married, got a baby. Look at Cassie, been with Diddy forever, then she married Alex Fine.
And had a baby. Right.
Exactly.
Right.
So I'm like, you can't compare time with anything, especially if the people that you're with are willing to progress and work to build that same thing with you. There's no need to be like, well, y'all been together 10 years and 15 years. Like,
but of course, that comes with
maturity.
Your own insecurities and maturity. Maturity level. But I think, I hope we answered all of you guys' questions. I hope we gave you guys a deeper insight to our relationship and what it means to be poly.
From our perspective.
From our perspective, yes. And, I don't know. I guess we'll get back with you guys.
Follow up
If you have more questions.
If you have more questions, let us know. You can DM us, drop them in the comments. On YouTube, I don't think you can leave comments on Anchor, but
yeah, you can actually.
Oh, well, drop them in the comments then.
Hit us up. Let us know how you feel. All right, let's go ahead and get into our next segment. What would Cootie Queens do? So,
you already know what time it is. It's TQ the QT, you feel me? And we on on some WWCD. So this week we have an anonymous post, right? My wife had a sex dream about a friend. She told the friend but didn't let me know. Her friend messaged me later saying they are messing around. She says they are not. I'm trying to figure out if I should give her the benefit of the doubt, but I've been cheated on before, so how do I move past this? What would you do, Papi Chula?
I think I'm gonna have to get the friend and my wife together.
That sounds legit. We're gonna have a little powwow, a little meeting.
Yeah, you know what?
Because I dare y'all to lie in front of me now with both of y'all here.
Apparently, I can't get the truth out of somebody, so let's all get together since we're all friends, right? We're all friends.
Right.
And let's talk about this. So, you had a dream. You told her. Now y'all fucking around. So what's really going on? But you're telling me you're not.
So
what's happening?
You gonna set it up like an intervention?
Oh yeah.
In a hotel. The friend gonna walk
Fuck
in.
that.
Like, look.
Come over to my place. You know where I live.
No, just
you know where we at. Let's go. Let's have a talk.
But no,
and
that's real though.
And honestly, in that moment, if my spouse is lying, I'm gonna see it in her reaction. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna see the changed behavior. And that's going to give you my answer right there. I mean, I don't want to be the person that has to go through your phone because that's just not me personally. Fuck it. Let's bring all sources together and let's get down to the bottom of this.
Have you ever had a dream about a friend? Like a wet dream about a friend?
No, never about a friend. It's always been a random person that I don't know. It's never been anybody that I know personally. What about you?
Have I ever had a wet dream about a friend of yours? No.
Not a friend of mine, just a friend, period.
A friend?
A friend of yours is a friend of mine. A friend of mine is a friend of yours.
A friend of mine? Wait. A friend, period.
Yeah.
I've had a wet dream about a friend. Maybe like a love interest. But that's probably my subconscious coming to light and
Who is it? Nah.
We're not going to talk about this on air. But I asked because, one of our friends said they had a wet dream about me.
Who?
You don't remember?
No. Oh, we're going to have to stop. No, we'll talk about this after.
You don't remember such and such said they had a dream about me.
No, I don't.
A wet dream, and they would not tell me what it was. They said it in front of all of us.
Really? I don't know who it was.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
And then
I do not remember
girlfriend.
that.
Yeah.
I do not remember. I thought it was the other person had a dream about someone else.
That happened too. The other person did, but this person said that they did, and we were like, "What the heck?"
Oh,
it's probably in our messages somewhere.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what I would do. What would you do?
What would I do? Probably the same thing you would do. The setup would be real, just so everybody be caught off guard. Like, what? I wouldn't even tell them like what was happening. I'm like, oh, just come over. My wife wouldn't know, or my girlfriend wouldn't know that you're coming over. Come over. We hanging out like we normally do. So y'all having sex? And I'm like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like you just asked that question so abrupt.
Yeah.
You cannot hide a true reaction in
Right.
that moment.
Right.
But if I tell you like, man, what's been going on? Like I'm prepping you, like I don't feel this, and now you're preparing yourself to answer the question just in case it ever arises. So yeah, I would definitely confront them both right then and there on the spot, kind of thing. Catch them off guard, let them think, oh, we're just hanging out, chilling.
So now what if you find out that they are cheating or that your wife is cheating? Then what? What are you doing?
I'll be pissed because you could have just told me, like you could have just had this.
That's my thing. We could have just talked about this.
Yeah, and then if we need to figure out what we need to do to move forward, then we need to figure it out as far as, are you poly? Am I not what you want anymore? Or
and my thing is, I feel like if you cheat, then it's more along the lines of, you might not be what I want anymore, more closely to that, even though people cheat for various reasons. But as far as the conversation is concerned, I feel like the initial conversation should have been, yo, I had a wet dream about so-and-so. What?
Right.
And having a dream about somebody doesn't mean that's what's a reality.
Right.
But then the fact that you go ahead and act on it.
Act on the drink, right. And the funny thing is, with this scenario, she probably wasn't, acting on the dream. The thing is, they were already doing it, and she had the dream. Or she had
the dream, and it was like almost confirmation to how she's already been feeling.
Okay, so we got 3 things here.
Yep.
She had the dream, and it's confirmation to her feeling like I'm attracted to the
this
friend.
person. Mm-hmm.
My scenario is, I think they already been doing it,
Mm-hmm.
and she just had a wet dream, mentioned it to her wife, not thinking anything about it, like. But she didn't mention it to her wife initially. Her wife just found out. I don't know how she found out. We didn't get all that information, because I'm like, did she find out from the friend, or did the wife end up telling her?
Missing parts.
Because now the friend is telling her that, oh, we're messing around.
Right.
And then the way she said it, I mean, based off this, she said it so casually, like, we're messing around.
Right.
Nigga, your wife is cheating on you with me.
Yeah. I don't know. I might have to kill y'all.
That's what I'm like. Yeah. It's a setup. No, I'm gonna be pissed, betrayed. I might slap somebody. I might.
Facts.
I'm not gonna punch you with a closed fist, but I'll fight that aspirin up.
Oh my god. Well, thank you for that edition of What Would Cootie Queens
WWCD.
Let us know in the comments what you guys would do in this situation. I feel like it's a pretty straightforward situation, but that's just me, you know.
Right. I feel like they've been cheating. Like, that's
Babe, we're ending it.
I know.
What are you doing?
I'm just thinking about it like that.
What are you doing?
They had to be doing it.
Oh my gosh.
Let us know in the comments.
Right. For this thing, keep going. Alright, thank you guys so much for tuning in to episode 3 of Cootie Queens. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, follow us on Instagram at _Cootie Queens. You can follow me, Papi Chula, at Eat My Reese's.
And you can follow me, TQ the QT, you feel me? At tequila _SHOTTZ. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for riding with us. Episode 3 thus far. We got plenty more to come. You feel me?
Yes, and again, make sure you guys keep sharing, because we can only grow if you help us grow. And, you know, make sure you also follow us on WifeGoals if you want to see, you know, the growth of our relationship, because we put a lot more of a couple stuff on there.
On that page.
And, you know, it's cool. We have fun with that one.
Yeah. And just for our couples, and when we're dating someone else, if we choose to.
Right.
You know, if you make it to the stage of being posted on Instagram, you feel me?
Yep, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this video on YouTube. We're going to put it up under Tequila Shots page, and we're also going to put it under the Cootie Queens page, because we wanted this to be a very special Cootie Queens episode for you guys.
Right, because you guys have been inquiring, and we want to let you Nizzo, Shizzo. Gang. You're now tuned into the motherfucking greatest. Sorry, can I eat my apples?
Yes, you can. And when I'm ending something, you need to stop talking.
I just thought about it. I'm like, they just had to be cheating on each other. I mean, she had to be cheating before and then had a wet dream.